Hello and welcome again to Games Warp. I'm joined as always by my co-host Kim Lowe.
Hey everyone.
We are obviously in E3 month, so at the moment there's a lot of rumours going around. There's a lot of teasing about what we're actually going to see at E3. While at the same time we have still got some good releases coming out. GTA Online released their most recent update, Further Ventures in Finance and Felony, which has been greeted with mixed results from the online community. Many have been making complaints the fact that it's not been usable within crew sessions and it's been meant that you've had to use public sessions. And again, that obviously leaves you open to trolls and squeakers who'd like to just fly around in planes blowing you up all the time. At the same time, the most wanted DLC continues to be the Biker DLC. At the moment, the Biker MC, the Banished Breed MC, have started a petition to try and get Rockstar to release the Biker DLC. They have also put a very great video onto YouTube as well, which you can find on their YouTube page. We'll make sure we'll put the link at the bottom there, which enables you not only to sign the petition, but outlines the whole argument for why Biker DLC should be included as part of GTA Online. Needless to say, Rockstar have yet to give any reason why they're yet to give us any Biker DLC. Certainly the parts are all there, and it is certainly one of the few groups which is yet to be covered, especially with the focus on high-rise military and sort of low-end street gangs and sort of lowriders all being recent additions. So surely it's the time of the biker community to finally get some much-needed DLC. Kim, you don't play GTA, do you?
No, not a lot. I'm actually not really interested in something. Like if I was gonna play GTA, I'd play like I would play something very similar. Like I've actually played Yakuza and I like that one a lot.
Okay.
But I find these games really time consuming and it's not like my style of game. I mean, I'm sure like in a few after the viewers and listeners watch this a few more times, they're gonna realize that like I'm really into like cutesy games and puzzle games and adventure and action, but like there are things I'm not good at, and I acknowledge it.
Obviously, the most exciting announcement today, there was the live preview of Watch Dogs 2. If for anyone who's not obviously familiar or didn't catch the live preview, you can again find this on YouTube. We did post a link on both our Twitter and Facebook page as well, so make sure you can check it out there as well. This time, like with the GTA games, it's going to be a complete restart, so we're not going to be continuing from Watch Dogs 1's. Instead, the game is based around the hacker group DedSec, in particular the hacktivist Marcus, while the game is now being set in San Francisco. Through the preview, they show some very exciting things, not only with the locations, which certainly seems to be taking its cues from GTA 5 with its openness and more sort of drive towards having this living environment. At the same time, Marcus is going to be an upgrade. He comes with parkour skills. He's armed with a billiard ball on a rope as well as a taser. So they've made this big push that you could actually complete the whole game through non-lethal means. And I know that they were talking with the head developers, they were stressing this fact that, like with the Hitman games, that they wanted to leave it up to the players to decide how they choose to complete missions. So you can go in the full force with just guns blazing, you can go the stealth route, you can just go the route through just hacking. There's going to be a lot of options there. With Marcus also coming along with some interesting toys such as the RC Jumper, which works essentially like his own R2-D2, as well as the drone quadcopter, which again gives us the option there for some interesting quad viewpoint flying ability, and hopefully opening up the city in some interesting ways, as well as being that sort of eye in the sky camera.
Yeah, I mean, I think that before you move on any further, I think that for Watch Dogs 2, it's really nice that especially the options of being able to choose how you want to approach a situation. That makes it a lot more real
Yeah.
and more personalized for everyone. I think that's really good. It's a really good choice from the developers to do that. Just because, and mostly because, I mean, Watch Dogs 2 is the heavy fire for 2017. This is the game that is it supposed to be 2017? Oh, it's supposed to be November, right?
Yes, it's coming out in
It released in
November
November.
on the
Yeah, it's
15th.
supposed, which is only in a few months. And they were talking about how this game is going to be the best game in the coming year or so, right? This is going to be their heavy fire. And I'm really excited for it because I'm all the gadgets and it's really become more like really modernized. And then San Francisco looks like they were making emphasizing the point of how real it was. And I think that the character itself probably will be more personable also, and especially because the world is much bigger than it was in the previous one. I've only played a small part of the previous one, the first one though. I do hope to finish it soon. This news has definitely had me excited to wrap up Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I mean, Ubisoft have said that they basically, when the first game came out, they went on the forums, they read the reviews, and they saw what people were saying about the original game, and they've taken that on board when developing Watch Dogs 2. So this game is going to see a lot of the problems of the first game being tweaked, as well as a few new tricks as well. With basically, from what they were saying, is that they're looking at the ability to hack anything, with a heavy focus on hacking vehicles in particular. So you have the ability to, for example, to move a forklift just through the use of your hacking skills. The part which has certainly got me interested as well is the seamless online mode, where you will be able to switch between single player and multiplayer just through people playing, just for the option of finding another player in the game and
Yeah.
giving you then the ability to team up. So rather than having a dedicated multiplayer mode like GTA Online, this is going to give you the option to switch in and out of single and multiplayer mode depending on your preference and what mission you're obviously tackling. But the demo is due to debut at E3, so we'll hopefully have some more idea of how it plays and what other details they choose to release then. But it is not far off. It's obviously coming out on the 15th of November, and I'm excited for this one. I liked Watch Dogs 1, so I'm excited to see what San Francisco can offer Watch Dogs 2.
There's one point here before we move on to the next bit of news is that like I feel that it's a very commendable and something commendable effort that big companies like that are picking up how to make games more personalized and learning from say indie games that are kind of cornering a good bit of the market now with games that really base on like Kickstarter projects and whatnot that really take into account of what the public has to say, other gamers, what the people who are actually playing this, what they have to say about the game. And I think that it's a really, it's a really good step into like better games that are going to come out with bigger budgets as well.
Yeah. The only other game that's sort of really been causing a lot of interest at the moment would be Agents of Mayhem. This is due for a bit later, as it's going to be coming out in 2017, and it's from the makers of Saints Row. And at the same time, being Saints Row game in a way, they're not saying it's directly linked to the Saints Row games we've had already, but it's set within the Saints Row universe. So we're going to see a continual trend for the unique and colourful characters that have really become the sort of standard since the success of both Battleborn and Overwatch. We're now seeing more shooting games bringing colourful and unique characters, and I expect to see the same with Agents of Mayhem, which, from what we've seen in the trailer, has its three truly unique characters. One's a Hollywood actor, another's a whaler, and there's a female character who's apparently a naval officer, though it's yet to see what these characters are all going to bring. But the interesting fact about this one is the fact that you're going to, like GTA 5, have the ability to switch back and forth between the three characters, which with each of the three bring in their own skills and strengths to the game. So at the moment, the details are very vague. Hopefully at E3 we might get some more from that or in the coming months, but certainly Agents of Mayhem already from its cinematic trailer, it's generating enough interest to certainly get it noticed. Kim, is there anything else that's been happening in the news world?
Definitely. I don't know anything about Agents Mayhem, but the one I'd like to highlight is finally getting the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh
I know
yes,
that I know that you don't talk about it because you don't want to think about the
yeah.
fact that it's a
Horizon,
PS4 exclusive and you won't get access to
also known as
it.
best Beast Wars fan fiction ever.
Oh my God, but this game looks fantastic. Like I've had my eye on it ever since it's been like ever since I've known that it's gonna come out, and I've seen like just little bits of things here and there. They've really not leaked a lot on it, and no one's really known a lot. But it looks beautiful. Like it looks so fun. It looks like it's gonna be a great story, and I mean that's due, of course, later. Also, it's in February 2017. Is finally it has a release date also. So this E3, I feel, is gonna be packed with quite a bit of info that's gonna come out.
This is going to be one of those games that's going to, I think, force people to want to buy a PlayStation 4. If they don't already, this is going to be one of those games that comes out the same way that BioShock, when that came out on the as an Xbox exclusive, it's going to have people rushing to buy an Xbox because they wanted to play this game. And the fact that BioShock didn't remain an Xbox exclusive, I think, was a real stumble, really, for Xbox not managing to hold on to it the same way they did with Halo. And at the end of the day, I think that's why PlayStation 3 sort of won out on its exclusives. So the fact that so far the Xbox One has been leading the sort of charge with its exclusives. We've seen some great sort of exclusive titles, and from what was showing up on the release schedule for the PlayStation 4, there wasn't anything really of interest. And then, of course, this trailer comes along and blows it all out of the water. So, yeah, unless someone wants to buy me a PlayStation, this is going to be the one that's going to have me probably saving up my change to eventually get a PlayStation because this just look absolutely stunning.
On that same line and in a similar world, I think one of the more one of the releases we talked about in our last episode was No Man's Sky. And I think that that's the only bad news we have today because that one has a delay of release till
It's coming
I
out on
believe
August 9th now,
yeah,
so yeah,
yeah.
2 months.
Yeah, so it has a 2 month delay. I just wonder why. I haven't looked into it, but I mean, I hope it's to improve what they already have. That would be really nice. I hope it's nothing like technical or anything. There are a lot of exciting games. I feel like E3 is going to highlight a lot of games that haven't that weren't highlighted in PAX East, for example. I mean, I know PAX East Outlast 2 had a lot of coverage. I don't know the release date on that one either, but that one looks incredibly scary. And it was the one I think you were familiar with. It was Jonestown.
Yes, the Jonestown is, as we said on the previous episode, it's been this kind of reoccurring theme recently in horror. I know with the Sacrament, that was
Mhm.
again based around Jonestown. So for some reason, there's been a lot of horror based around the Jonestown cult. So don't know what this one's going to bring. Will this give us anything different? I've yet to see. So
I mean, I haven't played Outlast. I hope to play it soon. I'm just really worried it's gonna scare me so that I can't sleep. But because this one, like they had like I watched a few demos and it seems like it has some pretty decent scares. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight?
no, I think that's all the news for June at least. I guess that brings us to the end of this news, and thank you for listening. And thank you as always to my co-host, Ms. Kim Lowe.
Yeah, and final thing is if you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment anything you have at the bottom. If there's anything you'd like to recommend to us, remember to leave us a comment or drop us an email at gamewarppodcast@gmail.com.
Cool.